Hi, this is Ben again from Literature Review HQ, and today I'm just going to talk about a method that I really love and I use all the time, and it's to do with productivity, and it's how I manage to get things done, basically. Okay. So that's where I'm from. Okay, the method that I actually want to talk about is called the Pomodoro Technique, and it's very, very famous now. Okay, now for any of you who speak Italian or recognise any Italian words, Pomodoro is actually Italian for tomato. Which may give you a clue about how it was actually invented. Okay, so it was invented by an Italian guy called Francisco Cirillo, and he was a student at the time, and he was really, really struggling how to concentrate and how to get things done, how to do things effectively. And I'm sure we can all identify with that. We've all felt like that at certain times. And he tried various ways to increase his productivity, but one of the simplest, as it often happens, the actual simplest thing was the most effective. And what worked for him is he took a kitchen timer in the shape of a tomato, which is why it's called the Pomodoro Technique, and he set it for 25 minutes. And then what he did is he worked for 25 minutes, solid, not doing anything else. He focused on the task at hand, whatever it was, whether it was a specific piece of revision, writing something specific, just focusing on the task at hand for 25 minutes, and then stop for 5 minutes. And they start again, another 25-minute block, followed by another 5-minute block. And he found that this dramatically increased his productivity. He was able to do far more in the 25-minute block than he could during the whole rest of the day. And then when you add these blocks together, they add up into an amazing amount of productivity. You can just get so much done in such a small amount of time. So you do say 3 of these Pomodoros. The 25-minute time is called a Pomodoro. You say do 3 of these with a 5-minute break in between, and then you would maybe have a slightly longer break, maybe 15 minutes, and then you do another 3, and then maybe take a longer break, like half an hour. And this is why it's so successful, the frequency of the short breaks. Okay, so if you think about sitting down and writing for an hour, even if you're very motivated, it can still seem like a bit of a task, a daunting task. You've got to sit down for an entire hour. Maybe during that hour anyway, you kind of get distracted, you start browsing the internet, you'd have a chat with somebody. Whereas 25 minutes, it's not even half an hour. It's such a short amount of time that, if anyone said to you at any given point, sit down for 25 minutes and just do something, don't look up, sit down, do it, and then you can have a break. Most people would actually be able to do that very, very easily. And this is why it works. So you think, well, I'm not really doing a whole lot of work. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do 25 minutes and that's it. So you break it down in your mind and it doesn't seem like such a big deal. The other reason why it works is these 5-minute breaks. During these 5-minute breaks, you have to completely get away from what you're doing. So if you're working at the computer, you stand up and you go away. If you're writing something, you put your books away and you go outside, or you do a little bit of exercise or something. Just do something completely different. Go and make a drink, whatever it is. Distract yourself completely. Don't even think about what you were doing. And this kind of, it means that you don't get too tired. Even if you're going to do, say, 3 or 4 up to, I think 7 is the kind of maximum one real stretch that you should do. Even if you're going to do that many, it means that your brain isn't tired because it's getting periodic breaks and periodic rest. And even though you're not thinking about it consciously, what you have just done will be being processed in your mind subconsciously. And you actually need to distract yourself to be able to do that effectively. So that's the crux of the Pomodoro technique. All you need is a timer and a piece of paper to write down these, write down the Pomodoros, and you're aware, you're ready to go. If you type in Pomodoro in Google, you'll find more information about it, and you'll find online timers as well. So there's websites where you can just you can set the 25-minute timers, and then it will count it down for you. But it doesn't matter; you can use anything. There are a few rules for these Pomodoros, and they're very, very important to stick by. So there can be no distractions. Okay, no distractions during this 25-minute time point. You've got one task to do, you focus on it and you do it, and you do not get distracted. You do not do anything that isn't relating directly to that task. So you don't browse the internet, you don't even go to the toilet, okay? If you go to the toilet or do anything, then that Pomodoro is void and you have to restart. Okay, so the reason it's so effective is because every single one of these 25 minutes that you do is solid, effective time on the task that you want to complete. And it does make you think, when I first started using these, I was amazed at how much I actually got done in what was seeming such a short period of time. And the obvious answer to me, the reason that was, is because I was maybe spending longer doing things, but I wasn't being effective at all. I was wasting a lot of time apparently. I mean, I don't know exactly how, but it's quite shocking to see how much time this can actually save you. So that's it. That's the Pomodoro technique. Look it up. I've written a post about it on my blog at literaturereview.com, and you can read a bit more about it there, or just put it into Google, look up Francisco Cirillo, and you'll be able to find out a lot more detail how it was developed. And you can see it's got quite a following now. If you want to chat about anything like this, look me up on Twitter. I'm at LitReviewHQ. So thanks for listening.